Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. As you guys can see by the title, today I decided to just not only give you guys a review of the new e.l.f. bronzing drops, but they have come out with quite a few products in the last couple months. So I wanted to do a full face of all their newest releases and let you guys know my opinion. So I hope that this video is helpful, and I also hope that you like this video. If you do like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Yeah, so I actually just bought all of the shades of the e.l.f. bronzing drops. You know, it's like I'm on their PR, but I'm not. I probably get a package from them twice a year out of nowhere. So most of the stuff, actually, everything that I have right now, I bought myself, which is fine. I just figured I would let you guys know in case that matters to you guys. So we're gonna start out with the product that I know most of you guys are probably here for, which is the bronzing drops. I did actually already do a swatch video on my Instagram as well as my TikTok, and now I wanted to try them out with you guys because this is the only product in this video that this is gonna be a first impression on, so very exciting. So as you guys see, they do have 3 different shades. They are gonna be $12, and it says it's an antioxidant rich tinted serum that nourishes the skin and gives you a warm sun-kissed complexion. Obviously there are so many bronzing drops on the market by now. I will say I'm gonna give it to e.l.f. though, because they came out with 3 different shades that have 3 different undertones, and I honestly think that's so helpful because not everybody is warm or peachy or cool tone and I do think that these 3 are pretty good. Some of them, like I said, have different undertones, but also they're a little bit darker or lighter. Try to be as helpful as possible. I'm gonna use 2 different shades on 2 different sides of my face to show you guys the difference. I think I'm gonna opt out of rose gold because this is for lighter skin tone, and it's also more peachy, and I'm not really peachy. I'm gonna go ahead and use pure gold, which is more yellow gold, as well as copper gold, which is a little bit more on the coppery side. I think pure gold's gonna be perfect for me, but I did want to use this one just in case you guys wanted to see what it looks like. All I have is skincare right now, and keep in mind that my body is deeper than my face. It's always gonna be that way because I wear sunscreen, and so just keep that in mind because you know why. You know why. Come on, you know why. Okay, so I'm gonna apply the Holy Hydration Cream, the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Cream. It's really, really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up and apply it on my cheek, and I'll just blend it out on half my face. I really think pure gold is probably the best shade for me. Ooh, these are actually blending out fairly easy. I feel like with other ones, they kind of take me a while to blend out, but this is actually looking natural and not like a freaking Tin Man. I have a feeling that copper is gonna be way too dark for me, but this I love. Look at the shine. I like that it definitely, obviously it's an illuminating bronzing drops, but I don't feel like I look like a Tin Man, like an orange Tin Man. I do think that this gave me a nice bronziness to the skin. I definitely think you can wear this on its own. I don't think it's crazy in your face, which I appreciate. I prefer more natural bronzing drops, but that is what that one looks like. I think it's really pretty, and we will be mixing it with our foundation as well to see how it works that way. But now let's go ahead and do the shade Copper Gold. Again, this might be way too dark for me, but I think that the undertone is probably better, so let's just hope for the best. Yeah, this is definitely not my shade, but I did want to show you guys for reference because I feel like a lot of people will sometimes buy the darkest ones because they want the deepest glow, but it might not actually work out with your skincare and might kind of look a little bit dirty. Obviously that blended out, but I feel like because the shade is way too far from my actual skin tone, it kind of can look blotchy very easily, because something about these bronzing products, I feel like you want to blend them out well so that they don't look blotchy, but then if you start over blending, any makeup is going to start peeling or kind of looking blotchier. I hope that this kind of helps you guys out with what shade to pick, because again, maybe the deepest is not going to give you the best bronze because it might just look a little bit patchy. So this side I think looks gorgeous, so I'm going to stick to that pure gold. But so far I do think it's pretty. Again, I like that it's not overdone, not overly shimmery, and I love that they did a shade range. So now let's go ahead and mix it with some foundation. We're going to go ahead and use the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream. I do have the shade 330W. It's a little bit yellow for me, so we're going to go ahead and add some of the copper ones because I do want to make it a little bit actually bronzier. So that's another thing. If you're going to pick out your shade, make sure you think about if you're going to mix it with products or you just want to put it on your skin, because I would pick the deepest one to mix with my foundation so it actually makes more of a difference, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm gonna do like 1.5 pumps of this, and then I'm gonna add the copper gold on top. And then I'm gonna mix it first on the back of my hand, and then we'll apply on the skin. And you know what? That actually did tone down the yellow. It looks a little bit, I know it looks still yellow, but it was like very yellow, and now it's a little bit more on the neutral side, so I appreciate that. Not neutral, but like neutral for like warm, if that makes sense. Obviously, this CC cream is hydrating, but it's not like super dewy or anything. It does have more like a satin finish. Don't be afraid of it if you do have like normal to oily skin. The other CC cream is more like matte. They're both pretty full coverage, but this one again is just hydrating, but it's not like greasy or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm telling you guys, this foundation shade for me right now was way too yellow, and I definitely feel like those bronzing drops did make a big difference. I think honestly, that's how I prefer to use bronzing drops at this point. I think that like if you're getting a little bit more of a tan and you don't want to like get other foundation shades for the summer, you can just start mixing these, and like not only is it going to make it a little bit deeper, but it's also going to give it a little bit of like radiance. So this is the foundation blended out, and like I mentioned, it's not really this luminous and dewy. It's a little bit more toned down, but because of those bronzer drops, I definitely think it just looks more bronzy. Again, it actually fixed the shade, which I really didn't think it would do that much, and it looks beautiful. And you guys know, how I feel about glowing too much. This is a beautiful bronzy amount of glow without any glitter or chunks. Yeah, okay. So first impressions, I like that they have different shades. We already covered that 20 times. I think if you're my skin tone, around my skin tone, if you just want it for your bare skin, get pure gold. But if you're trying to make more of a difference on your foundation products, get copper gold. And then if you are a lighter skin tone or you are a little bit more peachy, get the rose gold. But that looks beautiful. I am ready for summer. Okay, so to keep it in the family, we're gonna go ahead and bronze with this one. I know this one's not new. I do have like the new powder bronzers, but I figured to keep it in the e.l.f. family, why don't we use the Luminous Putty Bronzer? Even though we already are luminous and bronzer. I'm gonna use the shade Seaside Shimmer. These are really pretty. The thing about e.l.f. is like they have a lot of really great products, and because I'm always trying different makeup products, sometimes I like forget about some of their stuff, but honestly, e.l.f. is killing it. And I know that they've been doing like a lot of dupes right now, but what I love about e.l.f., again, not sponsored, I just love e.l.f. What I love about them is that they will be in like the dupe game, but they will also create great products for like their like core collection. Some companies only do dupes, some people only do seasonal collections. I like core products and dupes, and e.l.f. will actually make products that will like stay on the shelves, and they're so good. So honestly, I understand why. I'm just so sick of like companies doing like limited edition stuff. Like I understand like for certain occasions it's like nice, but sometimes I don't want to buy those things, because if I end up loving something and then it's like you're not gonna have it anymore, that's gonna make me mad, especially as a makeup reviewer, but even just as a makeup consumer. So that looks absolutely beautiful. I don't have the e.l.f. concealer. To be honest, I love all of them. I just don't have them anymore. I haven't repurchased them. So I am gonna go ahead and use their little color corrector, and then I'll just use a different concealer that's not e.l.f. Fairly new. This is like their what are they called? They're putty color correcting eye brighteners. These came out last year and they're really nice. My favorite shade is the shade light medium. They do have a light medium, and I believe a deep as well. So I'm just gonna add a little bit. Ooh, I have not had nails in forever. I'm gonna need a brush. By the way, these are press-ons from Kiss. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some on a little flat paddle brush, and I'm just going to correct. Not that I necessarily feel like I need it right now, but because I'm using a concealer that's not e.l.f., I just wanted to show you guys. If you are looking for a really good corrector from e.l.f., this is really nice. I like this because it's hydrating, but it's not thick or sticky. It's like a nice, lightweight little corrector, and it actually works really, really well. And they also have shades. e.l.f. is bringing the shades, the products, everything. e.l.f., sponsor me, please. To stick to the glowy, hydrated look, I'm gonna grab my Tower 28 concealer in the shade MDR and just conceal anywhere that I need. So now that we have that, we are gonna go in with the the liquid blush. This is obviously the newest. You know what? This is not gonna go with the vibe. Let me get a different shade. This is too light and not warm enough. Did I just break my chair? If you guys aren't familiar, these are the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blushes. They have so many shades and a lot of them look a lot like the Rare Beauty ones. I do have a pinned IG reel on my TikTok, no, what? On my Instagram, where I'm like showing you guys the shade swatches compared to the Rare Beauty ones if you guys want to get like a shade dupe. I will say very similar in formulation as well. These are like super freaking pigmented, so we need to be careful with these. I haven't used these in a minute, so I feel like I need to remember how to use them. This is the shade Coral Crush. You really don't need that much product, so I'm gonna do just maybe like 2 dots like that, and I'm gonna blend it out with this brush. This is the BK Beauty N17 from Nikki LaRose, and I'm just gonna pat. I'm telling you guys, these are so pigmented. But they're really pretty. I mean, if you're into a very pigmented blush, this is really nice. Again, it really does feel a lot like the Rare Beauty ones. The Rare Beauty ones come in like different finishes, like dewy and matte. This is kind of like in the middle. I feel like it's like a satin. So even though they don't come in like different finishes, they're kind of like right in the middle, and so I feel like a lot of people would like these. Obviously, I'm going very light-handed with it because we are going to layer more blush on top with their brand new primer infused ones, but I just wanted to show you guys the impact that these can do. The way the makeup market is right now, they're making products that will last you forever, which is so nice, you know? And it looks stunning. So I'm gonna quickly just set this whole face. I'm gonna use my Kosas powder, and I'll be right back, and we can move on to the primer infused bronzers and blushes. No, that's not true. That's not true. I know that you guys want to see this in action. This is not just a setting spray, but it's also really good for like gripping your makeup as a primer or as a fixing spray throughout your makeup routine. So I'm going to spray this really quickly. So if you guys are not familiar with this, this is the new e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. This, I already did a video talking about this, but it is a pretty good dupe of the Milk Hydro Mist. I've been waiting for a dupe for this, and e.l.f. just came through. I'm like such an e.l.f. girly. Like, I literally have all the high-end products, and yet like right now the Milk Makeup gripping primer, I have like 2 of those that are full that I probably should give away because I always use the e.l.f. Power Grip. So just letting you know, really good stuff. So this is really nice. You do have to shake it up, and what I will give e.l.f. over Milk is that this one actually has like a very fine mist. Almost too fine. I don't want to say too fine, but you really do have to spray your face quite a bit, but honestly, you're not going to get any like chunk of dewiness or splotches on your skin, so I will take that. So I'm going to spray this. Probably stop talking. And this, it is a dewy product, and so it's going to add a lot of hydration and dewiness to the skin, but don't be afraid of it because I feel like a lot of products that are like dewy don't actually help your makeup stay, but this actually does. It's literally like a gripping setting spray, so we are going to be using it at the end of the makeup routine, but this is just like a really nice step to add hydration to your skin, melt everything together, and also help with longevity. So now I'm going to set my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so the face is set, and by the way, I need to tell you guys, ever since I stopped hormonal birth control, my skin's getting a little oily, which is crazy for me. You guys know I'm a dry skin gal. So in a way, I'm also going to be able to like give you guys more reviews for like maybe combo skin because I have been getting a little bit oily right here, which is so weird for me. But you know what? I don't mind too much because I know that like oil production helps with like wrinkles and stuff like that. So it's like, Moving on to the primer infused bronzers and blushes. I know I talked about them in my last video, but obviously this is like a full face of like new e.l.f. products. Let me grab my other one. Where's my other one? These are their, that's not it. Where's the other one? I was staring at it and I didn't even notice. Okay, so these are the primer infused bronzers. I love them. They're matte, they're buildable, they're beautiful, and we're gonna put them on our skin today. I have the shade Catching Rays, which is my favorite, that we're going to be using. It's perfect for olive medium skin tone. I also have the shade Fresh Tan. I've been actually wearing these as eyeshadow as well, so I'll use that for that. But first, let's go ahead and bronze the skin. Let me grab a brush. This one, let's see, not that one. Not that one. Y'all, I have like a Lacy Susan with all these brushes, and I love like spinning, and I'm like, not you, not you. you. So we're going to use the Laura Lee L33 brush, and you guys will see how beautiful this is. I just love that, first of all, it's affordable, and also you can't mess it up. It's literally such a good formula. It's like a medium pigmentation, it's buildable. I feel like a lot of products nowadays are a little bit scary to use. These are honestly like dummy proof. If you're having a hard time with bronzer, these are great, and they're primer infused, so they do last longer. They're matte but not flat. They're blurring. I love them. See how much beautiful and bronzed the skin looks on this side compared to that one, but see how like the glow is still coming through, and I really think those bronzing drops have a lot to do with it, because this is just looking great. I'm loving it. I know I mentioned this in my last video, but this kind of like replaced my Hoola Caramel. I love it. So nice, so good. Dang it, I wanted to use a different shade, but now I'm questioning myself. So I do have the pinky shade, which is Always Crushing. I have this one, which is Always Fresh, which is peachy, and then this one, which is Always Tempting. But I think I'm gonna, even though I probably should use the peach, I want to show you guys a different shade today. So I'm going to use Always Crushing. It is, it's not like super pink. It's a little bit on the peachy side, actually. It doesn't look like it on the screen, but it kind of is. And this one, again, these are also the same formula. It's like, you can't really mess it up, and you can like pack on so much, and it doesn't look powdery. It just melts into the skin. I'm so glad they came out like I don't think they reformulated, but I'm glad they finally came out with like more shades of these. I think this is one of their best products, honestly. Like, I will recommend this to everybody. I couldn't do that before because the shade range was trash, but now it's not. Now it's gold. Now that we have the base done, I'm gonna quickly just do some eyeshadow with these bronzers. I'm not even kidding you guys. This isn't even like for the video. I've been doing this every day because the darker shade, again, not my favorite for my skin tone, but I've just been using it as eyeshadow. So I'm just grabbing Catching Rays, which is my favorite one, all over the like crease, and then I'm using the Fresh Tan just to kind of deepen out the outer corner. Really pretty for like an everyday natural makeup. And I'm just grabbing the same dark shade and just doing a little bit on the lower lash line because I can't live without this. So next we're going to be using their tubing mascara, and the first time that I tried it, I was like, it's okay, it's just a tubing mascara. I was wrong. I was wrong. It is my favorite tubing mascara at the moment. It is so good. It is the e.l.f. Extender Mascara. Let me just show you guys how much I like it. I already repurchased it. Actually, we should use the fresh tube today. Yes, this is also my favorite type of wand. It is a silicone wand, which is great. I love it. I love this for many reasons. Number one of the reasons why I didn't love it at first, which actually was my mistake, it's not actually goopy. Sometimes I feel like I need a little bit more goopiness to add more volume, but honestly, the more that I use this, the more that I love it. 2 coats for me is the best. This is my holy grail to the gym. When I tell you I sweat like a crazy person and this never comes off, it holds the curl and it just comes off with water. It's literally so good, so inexpensive, and I will forever repurchase this. I mean, hello? Do we see this? Again, long lasting, wears nicely. I freaking love it. Honestly, like, one of my favorite things that I've discovered in the past couple months, or whenever it came out, if you just need a really good tubing mascara, you just need to buy this because, I mean, hello? We're almost done with the video. We're gonna move on to lips and then we'll set the face. So we're actually gonna be using their new lip liners as well as their little plumping thingies. I think I'm gonna use this one because we're feeling peachy. So first we're gonna use the e.l.f. Cream Glide lip liner, and my favorite shade is Truth or Bear. The thing about these lip liners is that they're really creamy, very pigmented. They're just like a little bit shiny. I prefer a matte formula. They're not gonna be like the most long-lasting lip liners ever, but they're only like $2, so it's not like you're spending a bunch of money when you can easily just reapply it. Okay, so that is the shade Truth or Bear. It's like a really beautiful, like pinky, brownie, peachy type of shade. I will say these are like so creamy and pigmented that you can actually wear them as like a whole lipstick because they are so creamy and pigmented. That's what I'm saying. Like, I prefer a matte one, a matte lip liner for like longevity, but if you're just looking for like a comfortable pigmented $2 lip liner, this is really nice. And then to top it off, we're gonna be using these. I know peachy is more for the vibe, but this is like my favorite shade, and it's a little bit deeper, and I did not expect to like this one this much. So we're going to be using these. These are the e.l.f. Pout Cloud Lip Plumping Pens. These are also super nice and very affordable. So my favorite shade is the shade Bust a Mauve. mauve. So it's like a mauve shade. I know it looks very deep, but they're not like super pigmented. They do give like a really nice medium pigmentation, very glossy, and they are a little minty, and they look stunning on the lips. Look how beautiful this shade is. I know we were trying to do like warm tones, but this shade is so stunning. I feel like people wouldn't like pick it up because of the way that it looks, but like on the lips, gorgeous. I will say the only thing about these pens, I personally don't think that they're plumping. They don't really sting on the lips. I think they look like they make your lips look a lot bigger because it's so juicy, but I don't think they're like actually plumping. That's the only thing. Maybe it's like a slight plump. I don't really notice that much difference. So don't get this if you're just looking for like a plumping lip gloss, but if you want something that will just give the appearance of like juicier lips and it's stunning, it's beautiful, I love it. Now we're gonna finish off with the dewy spray, which I will say we don't even need it right now. Our skin is already glowing because of all these products, but I do want to show you guys how it sets the face. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spray a little bit more on the skin, and then I'll show you guys how I still keep like my pores at bay. So obviously now our skin is like extra dewy. I will say though, even though it's dewy, it does keep your makeup in place, so don't be afraid for like melting off. But if you do like to have certain areas mattified, like a lot of us, all you have to do is apply a little bit of powder on top. So this is my Kosas Cloud Set, and I just like to set on like my pores right here on my cheek and then on the forehead. But we already did set the face, so it's gonna keep the hydration, it's gonna keep the dew, it's gonna keep the makeup long wearing, but I still like to mattify the center of my face, so just don't be afraid of that. Alrighty guys, and that is the final result. Let me just give you guys a little close-up of how the skin is looking. Do we see how radiant and beautiful? I really am liking these. Again, I think I'm gonna definitely just keep mixing them with my foundation because I think it's giving such a beautiful glow that it's like, is she wearing highlighter? Is she not? Like, I'm not wearing any highlighter. It's literally just these products, and I think it just looks so beautiful. And again, I know I say this all the time. I don't love a lot of glow, but this type of glow on the skin, I love because it doesn't look chunky, it looks healthy, it looks radiant but not greasy. Obsessed. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I will link all the products down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.